Today on the Tiger Basketball Report, we'll preview the Tigers' rematch against the Dukes of James Madison. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now. Hello again, and welcome to the Tiger Basketball Report. Today we are previewing the Tigers' rematch against the James Madison Dukes. As always, I'm joined by head coach Diane Richardson. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And James Madison, I mean, that's a team where they may not be defending the crown this year, but they carry a lot of weight, undefeated right now in the conference. How do you prepare your team in a mindset to say, this is undefeated team, they're James Madison, no pun intended, the big dog in the conference.
Yeah.
How do you kind of get them riled up for that game?
Well, they do a great job at James Madison. They did lose to Elon on Sunday.
Excuse me, yes.
So they are beatable, but they run their system much like Drexel does, but they're an up-tempo team, so they're pushing and they're defending. So we've got to be prepared for that. Our last outing with them was an eye-opener for our team as well. So we've got to be prepared.
So as you mentioned, and rightly so, they lost to Elon this past weekend. Mm-hmm. Do you go and look at that film and do you try to immediately mimic whatever Elon did, or do you try to keep it similar to what was more your game, but try to just do it at a higher level?
Right. Well, as always, when you look at how other people defended them and how they were able to win, we look at some of those things and see how that can fit into what we do already, and just maybe tweak what we do. So we've been looking at that, and we're going to go with that this weekend.
Gone are the days of JMU as of right now, where they have a Precious Hall or somebody like that who is averaging upwhere in the stratosphere with 30 points, 25 points a game. Mm-hmm. Kamaya Smalls is averaging 15 a game. They have a couple others in double digits as well. They're a more team this year than maybe in years past. Nothing against their previous teams. They're obviously very talented, but how has that identification change worked for them? Is they have a lot of really talented players, and now they're all very, very capable of scoring and rebounding and playing defense. Yeah,
and he does. He has balanced scoring, which for him is an advantage because other teams, when they scout, they want to stop the best scorer from scoring. Well, this time he has a balanced team, and so it makes it more difficult. And I think that's why they've had such a great run, because they're more balanced this year.
Defensively, they're very similar to you. They rack up the steals. They're a great shot blocking team. Do you self-scout there in that situation where you say, well, here's how our girls, fare against, getting steals and blocking shots, and how would we prepare against ourselves, sort of thing?
Yeah, and it's kind of the same thing you would look at, and the way they play offense and defense and the up-tempo style is where we want to get and what we're working on this year. So we're gonna see where we measure up against a team that presses like we do and has shot blockers and defends like we do.
It was a 69-45 decision for JMU the first time around. It was a 5-point second quarter for you in that game. When you have those games where it is a single-digit quarter, what is the mood of the team directly after that? Do they feel let down, or they, we have to now really chase our own tail to get back into this thing?
Yeah, when we have those types of quarters, I mean, it is on us as a coaching staff to try to get them motivated to understand. Don't be overwhelmed by that. Let's go back out and do better in the next quarter. And we've got to win the next quarter. And if you see the box scores for us this year, we'll have a low scoring quarter, and then the next quarter we'll bounce back. And unfortunately, we want to make that not so wavy and make it consistent, though.
At this point in the season, the records are what the records are, whether you're at the top of the conference, bottom of the conference. How do you kind of say, or excuse me, what is it that your team needs to improve on going down this home stretch, and what is something that they need to maybe hold steady and keep doing well? What are those two things that you're trying to focus on?
Well, definitely we've got to cut down our turnovers, and especially the turnovers that turn into buckets. So we've got to limit our turnovers, but and defensively we've got to pump it up a notch, just a notch more. We're turning teams over, but we'd like to make that consistent throughout the whole game.
All right, the Tigers and Dukes face off here inside CQ Arena on Sunday at 2 o'clock. I'll have the call on TowsonTigers.com starting at 1:45. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck against JMU.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, fans, for joining us. And as always, for head coach Diane Richardson, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Go Tigers.